listen. This week I'm really amped. This show's gonna be dunzo, gnarlicious. I'm gonna start by jazzing some glass. I know, I look like a cave fish, but I ain't no Barney. I'm a ride too high. As if, when I get finished carving these nugs, I'm gonna do some boglious fishing. The Outer Banks, where I'm hanging right now, is not just great for pig dogging, it's a great place to do some max surf fishing. Maybe the best place in the whole globe, dude. So don't be a bro dad. Stay right where you are. Surf fishing in the North Carolina Outer Banks is coming right up.
See how big it is? It allows it to flow a lot better.
Right. Woohoo! Hey, we caught something.
Okay, after our classroom session and the on-the-beach instruction, I finally started fishing. This is my first cast with bait. It's the real deal. I have high hopes of catching a really big red drum. So, I put the rod in the sand spike, loosen the drag, and wait. The reason we loosen the drag is to keep the fish from feeling resistance when it picks up the bait.
Well, the weather wasn't really cooperating with us today, even though the wind was pretty much blowing the whole time. As you can see, I had to put on another layer. It's getting a little chilly. Sun's going down. We haven't caught a fish yet, but hopefully, since it's dusk, hopefully those fish will start biting. I'm really hoping. I learned how to do some knots, and now I'm ready to catch a fish. Let's go. I want to fish.
So what would you do if I caught a fish and gave it to you so that you can show it to everybody
I
on
would
TV?
take your rod and pretend like it was mine the whole time.
Okay, there you go. There you go. All right, now where'd you catch all those citation fish?
I caught them in North Carolina and in Florida.
And in Florida?
Yeah.
Okay.
I caught an amberjack, a cobia, and a 102-pound tuna.
102-pound tuna. And where?
The 102-pound tuna was out of Oregon Inlet.
Oh, cool.
Oh my gosh, that was so cool. That was, yeah, it was really close to here. I could not believe that I just reeled that fish in.
What a great day. We got some really great weather. And great crew. You guys are all a bunch of fun. And darn, I wish we had a fish.
I know.
So right now,
We all had a great day and learned a lot. But it was getting dark, and we had a decision to make. To stay and fish another hour, or to call it a day. Mark called us together to vote. No one had caught a fish, but everyone felt that dusk may be the perfect time for a bite to turn on. But fishermen are a very optimistic bunch. The group hated to leave what may be a golden opportunity. So we turned to Jimmy for his opinion.
Yeah, this next hour is prime time. It's where you stand your best shot at getting your bite this evening. And then in the morning, it'd be nice if we get the TWs right at 6 and be back out here right at sunrise to right before. In the morning, it'll be nice too of an incoming tide. It would be about dead low, or maybe just starting to come in when we get here in the morning. So as we're fishing, the tide's gonna be coming in. And I think this area where we're fishing will be better with some more water. So whatever you want to do, if you want to stay another hour, we'll stay. Sounds good to me, or if you want me to get out of here, whatever y'all want to do. But anyway, I think this is going to be this next hour is going to be our best shot. So I'd keep our baits fresh if you're going to stay, and watch your rods. Probably gonna get a run right now while we're doing this.
And it'll be the furthest rod from us too, so I'm watching that one down on the end.
We'll take it. Yep, that's right.
Okay, who's in favor of staying? Okay. Die-hard fisherman, I'll tell you what. Die-hard.
The biggest problem is there's not enough bait in the water right now. So
That's our main problem.
that's not bringing big groups of fish in. We're getting scattered fish. So they've caught a few. I mean, there are people all up and down the beach, drum fishing. And
They're taking
there were
our
people
fish.
We made a couple of calls to see who caught some last night, but we haven't been able to find anybody to ask them. I mean, so.
I guess that kind of makes me feel better.
Yeah,
Nobody caught them.
The only thing that will make me feel better is if we catch fish. But the consolation is everybody learned how to drum fish, and that's really the goal. So if we catch fish, it's a bonus.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a bonus. So, but the most important thing is that everybody leaves here and they can go out there and do it on their own. And that's really what it's about.
Totally.
So.
All right, it's barely 6 a.m. We're off. We're going back to the beach. Hopefully we'll catch one this time. Day 2 came very early. We made the 1-hour drive from Virginia to the North Carolina Outer Banks and met the gang at TW's Tackle Shop parking lot at 6 a.m. The drive to the beach from TW's only took about 15 minutes. Not too bad. Rigging up in the dark is a little different, but there is a light on the horizon, and I managed to get that done. Now I'm ready for my first cast. Let's see if I remember how to do it.
Set my bait out, and all of a sudden the tip kind of bowed over a little bit. Got my heart pumping real quick, that's for sure.
We can see where all the bait fish are because there's a lot of little ripples right there. You can see they're kind of excited. They're in a big group right there.
There's definitely a lot more bait today than yesterday.
Yeah, a lot more.
That's a good sign.
A lot more life in the
Oh yeah. Somebody get, what are you doing? You get a bite.
run.
You could be able to make it down there.
I'm gonna sprint down there.
Looks good. Looks a lot better than yesterday. A lot of bait in the water, which is what you want to see. Looks good. I think somebody will catch one this morning. I think with her luck, she'll be the one.
I hope so.
So hopefully get a bite soon. It's the right time.
I'm greedy, but I want to catch a fish.
That's right.
Now we are specialty fishing. We're looking for big, like 50-pound red drums. So when you're specifically trying to catch a certain type of fish, you might not catch one. But Mark, our guide, just threw out a little bottom rig, smaller bait on it, and caught a little bluefish. So obviously when you're whatever fishing, it's a lot easier to catch anything, but we're looking for that big 50-pound drum, so we're still waiting.
I want to catch a fish. So I left my drum rod in the spike and grabbed the smaller spinning rod with the bottom rig and hook. Then I made a short cast right to the breakers. And guess what? I got a fish on my first cast.
Can't guess what that is. Not a yellowtail.
It's a bluefish.
Oh, that's a bluefish.
See how big it is?
Yeah. It's huge. Is that what you're chasing all of our baits out there? I was
thinking bluefish are a lot bigger than that.
Well, they get a lot bigger than that.
Hey, we caught something. Jimmy heard that overnight about 80 people were fishing, and the number of drum caught was 0. But the only way to guarantee that you will not catch a big drum is to not go fishing. So, I am here and I'm thinking positive thoughts. Okay, so these really big fishing poles that we have rigged out, they are specifically to catch the really big, say 50-pound red drum. So while we're waiting for that bite to happen, which may or may not happen because it's very specific, you can also put out some smaller rods, cast them out 30, 40 feet to catch smaller fish such as puppy drum or spotfish or, little bluefish. Just to, keep yourself entertained and get some action going on. But hopefully we're going to have some big action with the red drum.
So while we're waiting for your giant drum to come,
Yeah.
and we're waiting, we're going to get you on some light tackle. 6.5 foot medium light St. Croix rod with a Daiwa sole reel. And we're using all fluorocarbon line. It's a P-line XL. And anyway, what we're going to do is put you on a little metal jig. And if you notice here in the surf, you see the bait fish snapping just behind where the waves are breaking?
Yeah, and there's a whole school of little bait fish that kind of go, ah!
Well, generally, when you're surf fishing, a lot of things are going on right where this breaks here. What happens is, as it digs the last time, it creates the first slough that we were talking about. So there's a trough that's out there, but right where the wave is breaking, it's always churning up the sand. And when it churns up the sand, it turns up all kinds of little creatures like sand fleas and just all kinds of things that the smaller fish, bluefish, speckled trout, spot, croaker, pompano sometimes, are right in very, very close. So it's really way different than what we're doing here with the long distance casting, but we're going to fill in the time doing this. So what I'm going to have you do is cast out just past. Just see where the waves are starting.
Where those fish are jumping right
and
there.
see there's some bait there. Can you see that on the water?
I can.
Okay, just past that. Okay, and then we're going to have you reel it back in, and most of the time you'll catch the fish pretty much where the white water
that
stops.
are right there.
Okay.
Sure.
So Jason's all rigged up for you here, and he's going to demonstrate. Jay, would you like to show Whitney what we're doing here? Okay.
All right.
All right, basically we've got you set up with a 1¼ ounce sting silver. Pretty basic, just lead, shiny lead. Set you up with a 20-pound fluorocarbon leader, tied it on with a double uni, and then I just call it a little loop knot. It allows it to flow a lot better and kind of flop around real easily. Gives it much better action in the water. And then you're going to be fishing with monofilament, little trout rod, this 6.5 foot rod. What you're going to do is cast it. You're not casting anywhere near as far as you will with this. As he explained, it's all really in close because those fish are feeding. And you gotta be real careful if you see those teeth.
Yeah.
You ever seen bluefish teeth?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're nasty.
Little razor. Oh.
Yep. Nice catch.
Woohoo! Well, my friend Steve here says he's having a little trouble casting the line out, so we're gonna get a girl to go paddle it out there on my surfboard. Let's go!
Go, Whitney, you're doing good, girl.
I think I caught a mermaid.
Yeah, this is much farther than anything I've ever cast before, for sure. I believe there's a mermaid on the end of this. That's great. I've certainly never cast that far before.
After I paddled out Steve's line, I had to put some clothes back on. That water was pretty cold. Then I got back down to business. I am gonna catch that big red drum.
I thought that was pretty decent for a girl.
I was actually fishing two lines, a spinning rod that I was watching closely and a conventional rod. I had just cast out my spinning rod after putting on fresh bait, and no sooner had I put the rod in the sand spike, the other rod had a bite. Jimmy saw that I was tending the spinning rod and grabbed the other rod to make sure I had a hook set. I saw what was going on and ran over there. The fight we had waited for 2 days was on.
You did. You backed up with it. That's what you were telling me to do. Yeah, he's fighting. So basically you want to follow them?
Keep on reeling. Yep. Perfect. That's great. See?
Yeah.
Nice lead. Perfect. Yeah. Drag. Perfect. See how he's pointing?
Yeah, I do.
Look at that. Nice throw. Nicely, you guys are doing. See how he's pulling drag?
Yeah.
He just
He's
came
not
in.
too far, but he's pretty.
Let's keep on walking down the beach here. Just kind of follow him like you're doing. Keep pressure on him. You're doing awesome.
Now, why do you want to follow him?
Just stay straight with him. Just keep on following. He'll keep on taking you down the beach. It's pretty. I mean, he came right up. Look how nice going back that way. Nice, pretty. Look. Great. Good. Look at his tail. Look at his tail slapping.
Yep.
Look at
Hey,
him.
there he is.
Look at that. Look at that. Great. 40 pounder. Nice one. Oh, watch out.
Walking. Finally, I'm getting a workout. Come on down. Ah, come on.
Great job on that fish, Whitney.
All right. Woohoo!
Hey, let's get him back.
All right. I know. Woo! Finally.
Good job.
Thank you very much.
Real good job.
I'm all slimy.
Nice work. Pretty work.
I felt that a little bit.
How'd that feel?
That was awesome.
Yeah?
That was a little tougher than I thought it was going to be.
Oh yeah. Citation. Now you get a certificate.
Yeah, I've got 3 on my
Says-
wall.
You do now?
I do.
Oh, you got a 4th. That's
Well, I
fantastic.
couldn't have done it without you guys. Seriously.
That's the whole idea.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Even though everything was working against us for 2 full days, I finally got the fish I came for. And boy, was it worth it. I'm sure all my fellow students learned as much and had as much fun as I did. A big thanks to Mark, Jimmy, and Jason from the Outer Banks Fishing School for such an amazing and educational experience.